Yeshua, a time for celebration. Dear friends, I'm in your midst. I am Yeshua. I love being with you. I feel my presence in this room. I am an equal, your friend and brother. I would like to tell you that this is a time for celebration. I know that many of you still have doubts and fears about choices you have to make in your life. But Christ consciousness is awakening in all your hearts like a flame. It is still very tender and not yet stable, but it's there, it's awakening. When we are together like we are now, when we recognize each other from the heart, from the soul, this enables us to light a fire inside us. Please fill me in your heart. I was very human like you, so don't see me as an elevated master high above you. I want to share with you your joy and laughter, as well as your pain and loneliness. I want to be with you through it all. Feel the embrace of hope. You can be at home here. You can now relax. You have done very well. You have been very courageous. You are walking a difficult path in your life on earth, and I will tell you a little bit more about that path. You belong to a family of souls I will call light workers, and you have lived on earth numerous times. Your soul has evolved through many centuries, but at a certain point, a deep change took place in your heart and your soul. It is difficult to summarize that change in a few words, but I will try in the following way. As you start your journey as an individual soul, you begin to explore the universe and experience life, not just on Earth, but on several places in the universe, which is infinite. But you also feel separated from home, from the original oneness of which you were a part. So being born as an individual soul brings with it a birthing pain. In the beginning stages of your journey as a soul, you try to heal that pain of separation by looking outside yourself. Your ego tries to gain power in order to feel good and at home, to gather power and rule over others in order to have a sense of control, which gives you a temporary peace. But as you go on and evolve, you discover that there are no external ways of easing the pain of separation. When you deeply and truly realize this is when you begin your spiritual journey. Even though you don't yet have the answers, you do realize that the answers are inside you and not outside. And this is when you become a light worker. You start to let go of the ego and you start to open up to the consciousness of heart, although for a long time you are sort of stuck in the middle. You want to let go of ego-based consciousness, but you cannot yet truly trust heart-based consciousness. What is now happening to many light workers on earth is that they have been born with a genuine and deep desire to attain heart-based consciousness in this lifetime. But society, as it currently exists on earth, hasn't yet made the leap into heart-based consciousness. When you are growing up as a child, you are bombarded with information about what a good life is supposed to be. You are taught to fit into society and to attain the ideals that society offers you. There are a lot of images and pictures impressed upon you from society during your upbringing about what it's like to be a good and successful human being. But as a light worker, you don't fit in with these ideals or requirements. They don't resonate with your soul. You feel different and you feel like you cannot adjust to what society tells you. When you don't recognize yourself and the people around you, you start to feel lonely and even desperate. You start to doubt yourself and have negative judgments about who you are. And doing that is harmful to you. The tragic thing and the paradox is that you are meant to feel different on earth, that you are meant to not fit in. Can you feel that you fulfill your soul's mission by being different, that you bring a new awareness onto earth? What is happening right now on earth on a global scale is that the dominance of ego-based consciousness is destroying nature and earth. Ego-based consciousness is directed by a need for control and therefore cannot have complete harmony with nature and other beings. The ego is always yearning for control. It is like a big hole that constantly must be filled. So it craves for love from the outside, for recognition, for success. I am not here to judge this type of consciousness because it's a part of the soul's evolution, but I'm here to tell you that you are now beyond that. You don't have to listen to the rules and the standards of society, which are still based on ego consciousness. So I'm telling you to have self-esteem and to truly value yourselves. I would like you to stand up and be proud of yourselves. You are the teachers. You are the bringers of light in this world. Feel my call upon you. What I'm asking you to do is nothing less than to be yourself, to be different. Share your views, your original ideas, your intuition with the world. Don't be afraid of rejection and don't seek recognition outside yourself. Feel your inner strength. Be aware of it. That is what is needed right now in the world. There is a paradox here. When I ask you to be proud of yourself, I don't mean the ego type of pride. What I'm asking of you is to open up to the true power and radiance of your heart. The greatest pitfall now for light workers on earth is a deep lack of self-esteem. They often feel lonely and abandoned by society, and their inner child is in need of love and protection. That's why I very often emphasize how important it is to embrace your inner child, because that is the part which is most vulnerable and inclined to seek external solutions. So embrace your inner child, be aware of your beauty, the vibration of love and compassion you carry in your hearts. As we sit here, feel for a moment the vibration that is present in this room, the vibration of your souls. Feel the light and the wisdom gathered over so many lifetimes. This light that is now present is yours. It's not mine. I'm here to remind you of it, and I'm here to tell you that it's okay to be different. And you are meant to be different. You are messengers from another dimension. You are meant to move beyond ego consciousness. Of course, you still have to deal with fear and doubts inside yourself, but you have the understanding and the compassion in your heart to see yourself with accepting eyes. Be kind and gentle with yourself, because you are so used to judging yourself, to beating up yourselves. I would like to end with a little exercise. Imagine you're holding up a torch in your right hand and you are not hiding it anymore. See yourself in everyday environment, holding that torch visibly in front of you. Now see if there is something in your life that wants to change. That would change if you held up your light in this way. It is something in your relationship or perhaps in your work environment. Let the torch of light, which is yours, guide you. Never be ashamed of this light and see it for what it really is. This is your light. So, what does it tell you? Feel its purity. It's an eternal light. It is your soul's light. Your soul wants to come home. It wants to let go of separation after many, many journeys in the universe. It wants to return to the center of oneness. It wants to experience the joy and the inspiration that belong to this state of oneness. I started this message by saying there is now reason for celebration. That reason is because there are now so many people on earth, so many light workers who have this same longing for oneness, for home, that things are really starting to change. The purpose of your life is to bring home down on to earth. When you reach the state of oneness, of surrender to heart consciousness in your life on earth, then you have reached your goal. When you are able to hold this consciousness in an environment that is still in transition from ego to heart, then you are the teacher that you are meant to be. So be the teachers that you are. I love you deeply and am always with you as a brother and a friend. Thank you. Channeled by Pamela Krieb. Divine blessings to all. Don't forget to subscribe.